We'll discuss the artistic tool and the regular shape. So here we go. We have some regular shapes. You mustn't draw shapes from scratch. So here, this is a rectangle. So click the rectangle tool, draw. So this is the shape. You can stretch the shape until you get the value you want. If you know the value you want, if you know the exact size, put the width here and put the vertical size here. As you're stretching, you find out that the units will be changing. So this is the position in space. It uses XY to mark the position in space. You don't need the position in space. So this is the percentage of what we've just stretched. Or you can rotate your regular shape by clicking the object again. This is to rotate. You can rotate to an angle. As you're rotating it, you find out that this angle is showing. If you know the angle you want, you can use this to rotate. For example, this is 0 angle, no rotation. So if you click, it goes back to normal. If you're interested in 50, instead of doing that manually, like 45 degrees, just type 45 and enter. It will rotate it exactly 45 degrees. So we can use undo to go back to our normal shape. Other things you can do with shapes like this is you can mirror it horizontally. You can get the mirror image vertically. This is available in any object or most of the objects you will draw. This is how it manages the edge. How does it manage the edge? All these tools are available in the things you draw. This is our edge. We click the object. You can use this, which is rounded corner. Click it. You have rounded corner, and you set the units for the rounded corner. Okay. So reset this to what you want. You will on it. If you on it now, it's available for you to select what you want. Look at the edge of our object and see what is happening. The aspect ratio is locked, so the inner right and left corners are being valued, giving the same value. If you don't want that, you unlock it and you can work on only one of it. So that's where what this lock is and this things. But in most cases, you want it locked because you want regular shape for all your settings. Okay. So remember your pen thickness too. Everything still works as before. You can increase your pen setting and you can decrease your pen settings. So this is a circle. You click the circle tool and draw the circle. These are the options available on circle. It mustn't be full circle. It can be an arc. So you have the options of selecting what you want. Let's select pie, like in pie charts. You can still use the shape tool to drag the edges. Okay, so this will just give you an arc. So these tools, after that, these are all the options you have. We go to another tool. You can draw polygon. You click polygon tool, you now draw. Let's get it on size. Now you have settings. Always have your eye on this interactive toolbar. It will give you the settings you can do. Here, this is supposed to be 5 corners, and that is what we have. Let's increase it to 8, which is octagon. We'll have it. So you can increase to any size you want. Remember your shape tool too. If I drag this shape tool, you will get a very good shape. So this is how to form these shapes. So we have the 3-point view, which you know. If I now drag, move, this is the 3rd point. Click. The same thing here. If you want to use 3 points, drag for the first point, remove your hand from the mouse, move to the point you want, click. That is the final point. You have your object. If you have regular shapes, you'll notice that there is a limit to how you can shape it. This is your square. Let's shape it. You click shape tools. You try to drag. It has only 4 nodes. You can't go beyond this shape. So if I want to use it for designs, how do I add more nodes? It does not take more nodes. Notes. Remember, you have to turn this to curve. You have to change it to curve. The tool is here. It's called convert to curve. Click it. Once you click it, it will be treated like every other curve. So we can use shape tool to add more nodes. We can drag and treat it like any other curve. This is same with any regular shape. Same here and here, any regular shape. If we look at this circle, it has only one node. So if I try to stretch it, I won't gain anything. It will start dividing, giving you pi type of shape. Let's use undo to get back to our normal shape. Then we can now, so if you want to design with this, you must have to convert it to curve. Click here, it's converted. Use shape tool. You can add any shape you want. It's not all the time that you will see this tool here. It depends on complexity of your job. You may not see the convert to curve. Anytime you need it and it's not showing up here, come up to the objects and click convert to curve. So if it is curve already, you won't see the option. This one is curve already. It did not show us convert to curve. But if it's not a curve already, you'll see convert to curve. So note this. Once you converted to curve, you're free to turn this into anything you imagine by adding nodes and dragging the nodes. You can add, you can delete, you can do anything with it. So that's how simple the CorelDRAW is. Then here again, apart from the other shapes, you can see so many shapes. This will give you a star. Any regular shape you choose, look up here, you will see the options. This is a star. How many sides will this star have? This is where you set it. If you want it to rotate, so this is where, if you want the mirror image, you want to change the pen, always know that for any tool, there are varieties of things you can do with it, and the tools are here. Then if you go to Documents and Save Properties, you'll also see tools you can use. This is a very special tool. It's called the impact tool. It gives an impression of an impact like an object in motion. So let's add it to this car. We click, it's an object on its own, so you can just click and add. It has once you click, you see it has the different shapes. It has parallel and it has radial. Let's demonstrate with parallel. So the parallel tool, just draw the box you want for the impact. This is the impact. It's object on its own. If you put it in this key, it will give the illusion of motion. The same way you can add the circular impact. So use this motion. You'll see it in cartoons and in some designs. By just looking at it, person watching will see visually that motion is involved. So this may be for a ball you throw inside a punch or a sun that radiates out. This has settings too. So it has the minimum and it has the maximum. It has the type of pen you use to design it. So alter all these things and see the effect. Then you can rotate it. Then it has the inner. This turns it inwards and will have the outer boundary. Turns it outwards. So if you click outer boundary, you select the object. It will now go outer in this object. See what we've just done with the outer object. So this is radiating from here now, from where we selected. So this other one will just give you a graph paper. We know all about graph paper, so you can color and choose any color. Remember that graph paper is not paint. Don't try to type inside it. It's not a chip, it's just a graph paper. Then if you need common shapes, we'll have some hundreds of common shapes here. These are the shapes we know, like the callouts. You look at all the shapes. You can come here to select any of these shapes. If you select this, which is usually used for comment, and you draw, you have it here. So all the tools to mirror it, to color it, everything is showing here, the size. So note this. So see you in the next lecture. So use the artistic media. You select the artistic media. Once you select it, you have all these options. This is the brush tool. So the options you are having here has to do with a brush. You see many of them. You've noticed it's difficult for you to select what you want from here. So that calls for artistic media. The Docker. So we go to effects and we click the artistic media Docker. Once the Docker is here, you see all the options and all the tools you want in the Docker. So this gives you an easy way to select what you want. These are the recently used pen. So these are all the tools you want. This covered the grouping here. Remember that this is your brush, this is your spray, this is your pen, and this is your expression. All of them are here. So anyone you want, you use the symbols to see what they do. So let's start with pen. Or if you want to draw now, we look at all these figures. This will have number of pixels. So you have to set this for what you want. If you're not sure, draw a little, see whether this is what you want. If it is not, it's dynamic. We can just come here and start changing the size in pixels. It will reflect in the image. So if you want it 22, this is what we are getting. So this is the smoothness. This is perfectly smooth. It's 100%. If you don't want this one, come here and change. You can delete. This is to create. If you want to save your own, we'll come to that. If you have the graphics you want to use as a pen, you can use it as a texture. So we come here, we'll see different things. The interesting one are the ones that can spray objects. So you see that this can spray objects. You see our line, because it was still active, it changed to the objects. So we click. When we select objects, it will spray the type of object we want. This requires setting to get what you want. First, how many objects played out and the size. This is 300. That's why it's very big in our screen. So let's reduce it. Let's make it 20%. We can also select the number of objects. This is the number of objects played out. So this is the spacing between objects. 20 is too close. We increase it to 50 in pixel. So anything we draw now will give us this data, and the one that's already on the screen are adjusting. Let's draw a different thing now and see what we have. Okay, each time you want to draw, you have to set this option. So if we select 30 this time and select the number of objects we want, so in one dab it will give us 10. So that's ambitious one for this demonstration. So we draw. If you count these objects now, you see that they are 10, and if you look at their spacing, you find out that they have regular spacing, and the spacing is what we choose. So each time you want to use this pen, this tool, make sure that you have your settings right so that it gives you exactly what you want. This is the pen, this is the size, it's 22 pixels, this is the smoothness. If I draw now, I know what 22 pixels should be, so I know what I'm getting. So if I want it bigger, I'll come there and increase it. If I want to change the angular, that is the inclination, I come here and change it. If I want, after drawing, that there will be the bounding box, that is the 4 clicks. This is where I click to have the bounding box. This is, I don't want it. So this is scaling. I can still scale this show. So these are the options you have. If you don't get the options well, you won't enjoy it too, because what you're trying will be either too big or too small. So if you can use your own objects too. If you have a good object, remember you can just use your scanner, scan image, use your camera, capture whatever image you want and use it. Let's say we want to use this object as part of our tool. So we go to the draw, freehand draw tool, we make this object, we add the field, we like it, we want to use it. So we now just come here, select it and say save. So he said, do you want to save it as a spray, as a brush? Let's see if it can work as a brush. It's not every object that works as a brush. If I selected it, will give it a name. I'll say my brush. So you save it. Once you save it, it will register here. Next time you come, you want to use it. There's an option here now. It will be the last option here. This is the brush. So if you select it, you'll be able to use it. You can save it. So these are our objects. Then we'll now say how many of you do we want to pay down. That's where this comes in. So we want the spacing to be maybe 100 pixels. So once we draw, it will give us the spacing will be 100 pixels. So that's the options we have here. This did not give us option the number we want to pay.